inception, since we founded the organization, of course we dealt with several obstacles, including being able to make the right connections to gain access to the right people here and overseas, being able to finance a lot of the recording and the touring and promotion, etc. But basically, we decided to just go ahead and take it from a rookie perspective because we were young and we know how to use social media better than a lot of the older established corporations. We were able to be very, very successful in our 2.5 year journey. So far, we've infiltrated about 7 or 8 different countries and been played on the radio all over the place. So a lot of great accomplishments. Interestingly enough, I'm an R&B singer as well, and it's a rapper as well. And so along with this issue of music in Africa, some of the challenges I think a lot of musicians face in Africa right now is, of course, being able to make revenue, being able to be profitable, because in that market we don't have it's not so structured in the sense of here we have systems that track royalties. In the U.S., you get paid if someone puts your music in the movie, you get paid if someone plays it on the radio, etc., etc. But in Africa, it's not quite so developed, but it's getting there. It's getting there, and especially in Nigeria, I can say we're all from Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria. These are the big problems that a lot of musicians face in Africa, and so the real issue is how do you make it profitable as a musician? You can't be poor. You don't want to live a life of not being able to make money for what you do and what you love. So people look towards things like endorsements, being able to make money from major shows, and then appearances and interviews. Actually, the actual albums, the actual records are not really a source of income for African artists who are approaching the African market because there's a lot of bootlegging and things of that nature. There's nowhere to really track unless you charge the distributors from the beginning. So those are some of the issues, and so just to keep the conversation going. So Spaceman Music's approach has always been just simply, I look at it as guerrilla marketing. As vice president of the marketing arm of our company, everything that I do and everything that we do as a corporation has to do with leveraging social network in general, leveraging the web, making a very grassroots approach to marketing and promoting our music. And that has been very, very useful. So I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah, again, my name is Cecil Ibazo. I'm a CFO of Spaceman Music Group and also an artist on the label. When I spoke to Gadonia, she told me she wanted us to come and give a presentation on the panel. The first thing that came to mind for me was the fact that a lot of the people we'll be talking to be young Africans. So I try to make sure I focus what I'm going to talk about. Two challenges that I believe are unique to a young African that's trying to start a business or is running a business. Because when you think of it, we're all entrepreneurs in the true sense of it. You don't really have to have a business. Just the fact that you have dreams and you have goals that you're trying to achieve and you take ownership of that and you're pursuing that's an entrepreneurial endeavor in itself. So my focus, what I want to speak to is the ability for a young person to be able to wear many hats. And to illustrate that, I guess I'll just give sort of a background. I'm from Nigeria, like Eddie said. Came to Howard in 2003 and started my undergraduate education there as an accounting major. Graduated in 07 and stayed back to take on my master's, which I finished in 08 and got my MBA with concentration in accounting. And the thing is, throughout that whole time, we'd already started, putting things in motion to pursue this dream of having a record label and making music and stuff like that. So you can't really try to wait for an opportune moment to do something, is what I'm trying to stress. You have to be able to wear different hats as a student. And then after I graduated, I started working on, I was an analyst with Huron Consulting in the accounting financial consulting practice up until a few months ago. And I'll be taking on a position PricewaterhouseCoopers pretty soon in the internal audit function. So being able to do all these things at the same time is crucial because challenges you face as a young African trying to run a business in America are not, I would say, the traditional challenge you face as an American. A good example of that is what kind of resources are actually available to you. If you're an immigrant or you came here from Nigeria for school or whatever, you don't necessarily have a foundation of people that you can look to or talk to about certain things or get funding or anything like that. So you have to keep that in mind going forward when you're trying to, get your business going. So you have to be creative and determine what exactly is available to you for you to use. That's where what Andy spoke about the social network came in. A lot of not all labels do that. I mean, they try to use it as much as they can, but we try to find creative ways for us to penetrate the market because it's really hard. It's almost like a fraternity, really, when you think about it. And the most important thing for us was building relationships, and I think that's the most important thing as far as any business really, was building relationships, being able to build relationships with a lot of the blogs, a lot of the websites that actually put music out. Because believe it or not, there are lots of artists out there, so many artists, and to be able to be noticed is crucial. And I think she spoke to that as far as you being unique and not trying to do what everyone else is doing. That's important to you actually getting noticed and being put out there. And I think to take it back to the important fact, just be as a young person, you have to be ready to wear many hats. I mean, I work a 9 to 5 job. I have to go in like everybody else, and it's not really 9 to 5. It's actually more like 9 to 8, 9 to 7. You know, so you have to be able to do that and try to find that balance. Of course, you're going to face challenges as far as what other people expect from you. Are you supposed to be doing this? Because I mean, music is something you have to be really passionate about to just throw yourself out there, really. Because once you get in the public domain, you can't get out. You're no longer just Sam or John or whatever. You're this artist out there, and that really affects your life. So it's something that you have to take into consideration when you try to do something.
Yeah, once again, my name is Chibuzo. I'm the A&R guy at Spaceman Music. And I'm just going to sort of talk a little bit, add a little bit to what he said, and also talk a little bit about the impact that music has on everybody as a social phenomenon. Another thing that I'd like to just touch on that was sort of mentioned earlier was the fact that we as Africans, many of us here are Africans, are socially restricted to some topics that aren't, cool to talk about, much less make music about. We come from a culture where, I couldn't walk up to my mom when I was young and say, "Oh, I'm gonna grow up and become a musician." It's not like something they encourage. So when I actually did start making music and I did bring it to her and I said, "This is what I'm doing," it wasn't. She was, as a mom should be, she was trying to encourage me, but also, try to express her concerns for how music isn't exactly seen as something respectable, and which is kind of funny because when you think about the people who had the greatest impact, a lot of people, you look to like a Michael Jackson who passed on last year, and his funeral was was this media spectacle, and that's because his music was able to touch so many people. And so this thing in Africa where we can't really, or Fela, who was so politically, his music was such a phenomenon in 70s Nigerian social culture that till today, he studied as something, as a great, one of the greatest musicians ever. So just to tie it back to what the industry and how it's so dominated with some popular topics, it's overly, they say it's oversexed now, it's very materialistic, and these are things that Africans aren't cultured to talk about openly. So to young Africans in
cycle is a continuous cycle, and you know, as an entrepreneur, and I keep focusing on that thing as being an entrepreneur, being driven by something that you envision for yourself, either now or in the future. You really have to dig down and find a real solid meaning for why you want to do what you want to do as a business person, and be able to stick to your guns and do it.
So, thanks so much. This has been really inspiring. Now, I was actually thinking that, well, first of all, I want to stay connected with everyone I've heard from both days of this conference. And I'm wondering, Wanjiru, can we have a sign-up sheet where we get everyone's email and contact information so that we can stay in touch and network where we can? Because there are a number of people I would love to introduce you to. And also, just to be able to, maybe we could have some of the students get community service learning hours by transcribing the videotape so that we can have all that we've learned here and then able to share it with others who weren't so fortunate as to be here. My name is Busy Graham, and I guess I'm an entrepreneur. 15 years ago, I had the vision and the passion to go along with it to start an arts outreach organization. I just saw lots of programs coming into our area schools, and hardworking parent volunteers who didn't really know where to go to find great programs. And I had a real commitment to representing culturally diverse programs first and foremost, so that we could broaden the horizons of our students and promote a better understanding of other cultures and traditions in the world, and then extend those programs